people are already waiting. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Apologies for starting late. We are about 8 minutes late. In short, just apologies. I don't even have any excuse to give you guys. So what's going to happen is that Peter Obi is going to be on an X space, that's on Twitter, and he's going to have a conversation with citizens engagement. These are a series of engagements that have been happening in the last 1 week, thereabout. As you all know, a lot of people have always talked about the fact that we need to build, we need to have structure, we need to, put ourselves together, organize ourselves as we go into whether the 2027 election or whatever it is, as we go into this big journey of nation building. And there has been a lot of calls for the obedient movement to be organized, the people in there to find a place, and for people to get their for people to be able to come together and actually be a force for building a better and a newer Nigeria. And so Mr. Peter Obi had come out to do like a space where he charged citizens to come together and work together, and he put a team together. And this team put out links for people to send in their suggestions, people to send in their ideas, people to send in what they have. And indeed, people did send that in. He's going to talk about it as we go on. So I'm waiting for him. This thing is here. I didn't get the link directly, but I just say while we are listening to the space, let's also be talking. David Ogwa, good evening to you too. And how is Libya? It's interesting. That's the thing about social media and all of that. It all brings us all together from different parts of the world. And that's one of the things that the government is really stumped about. The government doesn't know what to do about it, because most times they are used to just having, they control the narrative, they control the information, and right now it's something that they're unable to do. Destiny Joseph, thank you so much. Well done for that. Right now, I had caught someone earlier on. The person had not picked, and right now I'm on live. I can't speak. Let me just send her a message. I can't speak. I am on a live program. Okay, so that's that for them. Okay, yeah. Anthony Obiara, good evening. No, Peter Obi is not going to be here. Peter Obi is going to be on space. Yeah, so he will soon start speaking. You're going to hear him. He's going to be on space, on X space. If I knew how to, I should have asked her to just put it and directly have it here. So maybe one of these days we're going to have live. I'm thinking of bringing back all those my Saturday live program that we used to do. And then one of these days we might bring him in as a guest, but I haven't gotten down to doing that yet. So he's not the one that is going to be. That's why I say it's on X space. Let me see. There's a message here. Okay. So just hold on a bit, because they were playing. So what, he has not come onto the space yet. So they're playing like music, and so that's what I do. I just push it down. YouTube can be so this thing about copyright, about what do you call this particular thing now? Yeah, copyright and all of that. So in the meantime, while we are waiting, Queen Grace, thank you so much. Tony Alade, good evening. David Ogwa. So if you want to join live on, you have to be on space. Yes, you have to be on space to join live. But in no time when they do, what I'm going to do is that the reason why it's muted now is because he has not come, so they are just still playing music. So, and I just don't want the music to be here. So by the time he comes, I'm gonna increase this, and you'll just be hearing the voices. So this is like the space conversation. It's just, space, you don't see faces anyways, and then you hear voices, and then we'll just interject if there are questions coming in from here. I can say that. Oh my goodness, Muna. Well done, no. Good evening to you. Your Cristiano friend. You people and this your Cristiano. Cristiano came within how many hours? I've been within how many days? Cristiano is packing 53 million subscribers, and you are like, eh? What is it? Well, it's good. It's Cristiano. Ronaldo is Ronaldo anyway. So that's your Cristiano friend. Well done to you. Thank you so much, David. Sebastian and Wade, thank you. Mama Obasuyi, hi. Good evening to you. Oba of Japan. That's a good one. Oba of Japan. Good evening to you and God bless you too. Muna, good evening. Tony Alade, good evening. Queen Grace, good evening to you all. It's a pleasure to have you all here. Just to say, also to everyone is that we are getting on a period of nation building. Maza, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Zach Idris, good evening to you too, my brother from another mother. So one thing that we must be focused on is how to build a better Nigeria for every one of us. And for me, the way I always try to say to people is that, look, if we do nothing, it's going to get worse. Even if you like, don't do anything, it will still come. It's either it will affecting you or it's affecting your children, our children, and all of that. So the most important is that we need to be focused. It's hard, yes, it's going to be hard. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but at the end of the day, let's have something good come out of it. Let's not just sit down and allow people who want to destroy Nigeria continue to have the avenue, to continue to destroy Nigeria. One family of Naga, good evening. Emeka Eric 1947, good evening to you too, and thank you so much for your kind words. Onye Kawan, good evening to you also. So we must be at that place and position where we are ready to give what we can. It doesn't have to be much, even if it's a little. Consistency is what matters. Don't give, if you can't give so much, it's okay. Give the little that you can and just let's keep going. What we must never do is self-defeat ourselves. This is what we've been conditioned to believe. People have been told time and time again that Nigeria will never work, and they've believed it. And because they've believed it, they've not taken time to do anything. And so they are merely surviving in Nigeria. You understand? The people that are telling us that Nigeria will never work or making us to believe it, they are enjoying Nigeria on our head. So we must get to a place where we also are saying that, look, we also need to be on it. I give example. If you look at somebody like Atiku Abubakar, he has been vying to be president since 1992. I'm sure there are people who are here that were not born before 1992, because people that were born in 1992, I think they are 32 years old now, if I'm not mistaken. I finished secondary school in 1991, and so it's over 30 years that I finished secondary school. So someone that was born in 1992 is 32 years old. That is how long Atiku Abubakar has been trying to be president. He contested against during the time of them Abiola, even though he was not in the primaries and all of that. If you look at someone like Buhari spent 12 years, every year from 2003 to 2015, Buhari came and contested every year, only for him to come and give the disastrous leadership that he gave. You understand? If you look at Tinubu has been on this thing. So I think, the space is starting. So I will go over there now. Okay, I think it's starting. So we see how that goes. So if you look at someone like Tinubu, let me even say probably from 1999 or even before them, as he had this desire to be president, and it was do whatever it takes, even if it means rigging election, which is what he eventually did to get in there. So you see people who are working to destroy your country for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and all of that, and even more. And then we just do something. Somebody has just done like 7 months of election. I put in all my all in 2023 election, and then they stole the election. Because of that, I will not do anything again. The people that are doing 30 years, they are there. They are not going to move, they are not going to move anywhere. Okay, this one they are still playing music anyway, because earlier on I thought they started, but they are still playing music. But as soon as everything is started here, um I'm gonna go over. I'll just switch it over so that you hear. I think Mr. Peter will be if I let me see. Yeah, Mr. Peter Obi has joined. So I'm sure they're going to start in no time soon. Oh, someone is calling me. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed some calls are coming in, but I'll soon hand you over. Don't be angry, please. Just hold on for. Hello, everyone. So, like I was saying earlier, uh, Mr. Peter Obi has they are still playing the music, but he's there. He's a speaker now. So any tiny moment from here, I think you will see him there. Yeah, that's him. That's him over there. So if you want to, you can go to X. That's X, formerly known as Twitter, and then you find the space. I don't know. Maybe probably if there's someone who needs and then so maybe what I would do, I would try and get the link from here and also put it here so that people we take it from there. See you. Yes, Samuel Unang, thank you so much. Yeah, see you in Edo State. Hopefully I'm gonna be in Edo State, though I really wanted to have been there longer, maybe spend a month and do something, but unfortunately, like I did said in a video that I did, my health has not been as good as it should be. So I'm trying to manage myself. I don't want to overtax myself. I've not been as fine as I be. I do videos. I do a lot of things around, but I need to manage my health more. So that's why I haven't been there. But Olumide Akpata is my candidate, and I think those people should be looking towards a place whereby they vote for someone who we know that it was the people that voted him or her and not this thing. So I'm going to take us to the space. So I don't know why there's silence. Someone is speaking, but I don't think I'm not hearing her. They will see that. So I've always followed you. I finally get it. Amen. We will get there. What we must do is that we must never give up. That's what these people want us to do. They constantly are putting us in a position where we are giving up. I'm going to leave this space now and come back. I don't know whether that call, sometimes it happens when you get a call, it disrupts the this thing that you're supposed to do, then you will not be able to hear very well. But in the meantime, I'm going to copy the link to the space if you in case you want to join on Twitter, so that you will be able to do that. You'll be able to join on Twitter and listen directly and ask your questions. But what I will do here is that for some of us who have not joined or able to join, I'll just put on the volume for here for us all to hear it. So I'm trying to get back to my account. Yep. I'm going to hopefully pin it there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm putting the link in there now. I've just done that. Oh no, why? Okay, yeah. So I've pinned it. So you can see the link. So if you want to go directly to Twitter so that you join the space and be here and hear PO directly, you can easily do that. So I'm gonna go back now and also join that space, because when I got a call that came in through the phone, it's a phone that I'm using um to call that I'm using, that is my phone that I'm using to do it. So sometimes it disrupts it. So I'm back in there, but I still can't hear anything. So I don't know whether it's from my end, whether it's from network. But anyway, there was, hi, Ebuka. Hi, Chukuma Anslem. Thank you so much. Joshua. Yeah, absolutely. We will get there by collectively. So Adetunji said something. Good evening. Happy to join you today. I heard Peter Obi is planning to build a grassroots structure. Why can't he start his own political party with his own ideology and people oriented? Well, everything is, it's you go on and you see how it is. I really can't answer that question. I think it's Peter Obi that will answer that question. But I think the whole people coming together, it's also in that right direction. First of all, let's get ourselves together, let's build ourselves, let's build a people oriented structure, grassroots structure, right from polling units and everything. And then if at the end of the day, oh, it wants to make it a political party or whatever, well, that's a question for that. He will be the one that will be able to answer that question. I'm currently unable to hear anything. I don't know whether I'm the only one. Let me just ask, am I the only one who can't hear the space? Okay, yeah, so I'm not the only one. Others are also complaining. Uh okay, can someone else? So I'm just trying. So because you can't hear, nobody can hear anything. So I'm sure what's happening, of course, technical glitch and stuff like that. Divine Space say you're on point is only a little thing that to take us once to try and remove absolutely, because it's just, this is what I tell people. And then one thing that is very important is that please, 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 let's always calculate the little wins.
Hello, Madam Bolande, can you at least hear me? Let me find out. Ibrahim Abdikarim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Alaji Ibrahim Abdikarim, please, can you let me know if you can?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, so
we're
I'm
having
sure the other person has some technical
Good.
issues.
People can hear us.
Okay, can you, Haji Ibrahim, can you hear Madam Bolande?
No.
Okay, good. So at least we know that the problem is from our side. That's okay. Okay, I'll just take it from here. Thank you for being here. Everyone here, you're welcome. I mean, as always, we had some technical glitches, and but we're here already. And so a good evening to, and a good morning and a good night to each and every one of us, regardless of what part of the earth you're logging from. We're here tonight to continue the active citizens engagement. So I just want to welcome each and every one of us here. If you're here tonight, the one word that comes to mind has to do with the obedient movement. And of course, like we have reiterated even in the last meeting, the obedient movement is a movement that has to do with a movement of an energy and an essence that is way beyond the parochialism of tribe, of ethnicity, of political parties, or any of the things of the tools that have divided us since the inception of our nation called Nigeria. And so it's something that is very dear to us. It has to do with the core and essence of who we are as a people. And so this is why we're here, to continue in the same engagement. And we're so glad because we had to drag our principal into this space, today. I know that a few people were wondering, oh, we had a space just, was it last week or something like that, a few days ago, and we're here again because he made an announcement, with this engagement. And of course, we went to work immediately. And that's why we're here today, and it's no surprise. A lot of things are happening in our country, including glitches like we're having in this place today. And we will continue to work as one indivisible people, that are way beyond, I'm reiterating again, way beyond the parochialism of tribe, of class, of religion, of political parties. We're here because a new Nigeria is possible. That's our line, that's our logo, that's our energy, that's our essence, that's our music, that's all that consumes us. You know, we just want to see a working Nigeria, in the words of Aisha Yusufu, where a child of nobody can become somebody. Here we are what we are, classless. And so this is the engagement that we continue to have. And of course, like the last time, we had times where questions were asked and deliberations were made, assignments were given, and today we're back on it again. And I am always excited, you know, as always, and so glad to have each and every one of us here. I can see a couple of people who are already lifting their hands. Yes, I can see Auntie Aisha there. I can see Bolanle is here. Ibrahim Abdul Karim is here. A lot of other people are here. We have Engineer Barry. You know, we have Favor, we have Century, we have Analo, we have Dr. David. The list is endless, you know, from the shores of the sea to down up north, you know, to the desert. You know, we're all here. This is what the energy of our essence is all about. And so tonight, without any further ado, I just would go straight ahead because we have Mr. Peter Obi here tonight, who is also going to be talking to us because some reports were given to him. And so without any time wasting, we'll just go straight ahead. Mr. Peter Obi, if you can hear me loud and clear, we're excited to have you here. And I just want to welcome you to this active citizens engagement and ask you to just give us some intro and talk to us tonight.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, everybody that have joined this space. Once again, I remain sincerely grateful to all of you for your active participation in this space. I know I've gotten a lot of people questioning this short or space coming in a space of 1 week. And I've had more mention it today because just last week we held an space to announce the start of a series of engagements that will help to establish a structure to drive a process. I set up a team, as you know, during that space, or name some people and say they can form themselves into a team. This team was tasked for holding a series of consultation and engagement, and I want to most sincerely thank everyone who showed up at that engagement meeting that recently held. I also want to sincerely thank them on how fast they've moved the conversation and the consultation process. I will continue on the same appreciation the team has provided me and us with the preliminary report. Last week, they put out a link for submission of ideas and documentation on how we should structure the movement. And I want to extend my sincere gratitude to over 160 people I think about 160, 170 people who submitted their ideas and suggestions through the link provided by the engagement and consultation team, and to those who attended a recent consultation meeting that was held on Saturday. We received a wide range of insights, such as ideas on building an inclusive structure with a strong grassroots presence, leveraging on technology to optimize our operations and secure our votes, and innovative suggestions for grassroots mobilization. Indeed, I would say we have a brilliant mind in our movement. And to this, we can see it from the quality of the ideas we've received. But as you know, we are just at the beginning of this journey. This is just the beginning. We are committed to ensuring that every member of this movement is heard and included as we build our structure. There will be more consultations at the national, regional, state, world levels, and I encourage everyone to participate when called upon. Moving forward, it is crucial that we have leadership in place to support this building process. And I'm sure this team and all that are involved after extensive consultation within the movement are reviewing the feedback from opinions through the ideas submitted, and the consensus that the position of national coordinator should go to the north. And I thank those who suggested this. For the nominations submitted by the stakeholders in the movement and shared with the engagement team, Dr. Tanko Yunusa emerged as the most nominated candidate of this role. I believe that those who did this must have looked into his track record, his leadership, and committed to the movement. I personally haven't worked with him as a spokesperson. I tend to agree with the team that he should serve as an interim national coordinator as we continue to lay the foundation of our movement. And I want to clarify to all that other positions will continue to be filled as we move forward. We just wanted to name somebody who will now be in charge of coordinating this. And the all interim position, on an interim basis, as we evaluate the final and develop the final structure. As we move forward, we shall need your nomination for the best minds in the community to take up key positions in the structure. Remember, we have over 1 million leadership positions to fill from the boots to the national level. Please, I urge all of you to be involved in the nominations to help on board the people with competence, character, and capacity to lead. I remain committed to the unity of our movements and broader society. I encourage every member to be actively involved and engaged with the consultation team and contribute on ongoing conversation. And I continue to say, what we are building is beyond all of us. So no one person is in charge. We are all going to move as one body, committed to building a new Nigeria, a new society that will be inclusive, where tribe, religion should not be a measure of competence, capacity, or compassion. Where charity should not be seen as compassion. Where people have to do real work, contribute meaningfully, in a productive society, which is what we are preaching, and we want to move it from consumption to production. A society that will be productive and will unleash the essence of a country we'll all be proud of to call our own. So I thank all of you and urge all of us to support this effort and ensure that we support all those we're going to support to lead. Thank you. Let me now have the opportunity of inviting a new interim national coordinator to speak, and then we'll follow up with other comments. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you so much for this announcement that you have made. It's a global, a national, sub-regional, local announcement that will reverberate across the earth, the globe, and every corner of the earth. Thank you so much for enumeration and making it explicitly very clear in terms of the different itemization and compartmentalization that you have done. It's as clear as day and night, and thank you for doing that. I'm trying to see how I can bring up the new national coordinator of the...
He's not on speaking. He's up there already.
Dr. Tanko, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Mo, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, but I can't see you. This is something else. But the fact that I can see you, I can hear you, it's more than good enough. Whatever oppressive, demonic eye cloud covering, tonight they have dispelled because an announcement has been made. Right now, Dr. Tanko, I just want to say this announcement has been made. First and foremost, it's my singular honor to say congratulations, sir, for this interim work that you have. The mic is yours for a response. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much to everyone. Your Excellency, our revered leader, Your Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, the President in waiting that Nigerians are yearning to have, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everyone here on this particular space, I greet you warmly. I want to appreciate this particular nomination to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the nomination by members of the movement for this appointment. This is an assignment that I take very seriously, and I'm committed to putting the required effort to ensure that the movement becomes the formidable force we all envision. To every member of the movement and all Nigerians who have supported us, I want to say thank you. Your efforts have been invaluable, and because of you, His Excellency Peter Obi emerged as a significant contender for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the last election. The journey towards a new Nigeria has not been without its challenges, but now is the time for us to re-energize our focus. The energy of the movement on the mission of reclaiming our country and building a Nigeria that works for everyone. If you have already invested in this movement, now is the time to redouble your effort. We need every hand on deck. Mind among us, and this was evident in the quality of the ideas the consultation team received. As your interim national coordinator, I assure you that the ideas and documents you have shared will be brought to life. The movement is for everyone, regardless of your religion, tribe, background. Together, we will build a structure that is open, citizen-led, and citizen-driven, with a democratic reflection that the diversity of our nation and the energy of our movement, this will be a place where your voice is heard and your efforts are appreciated. The movement will be built around the polling unit. We need a strong presence at the grassroots level to drive our goal. It is time to establish a robust socio-political structure across Nigeria with 36 states, one that includes all obedient supporters and supporting groups. The 6 million votes that was accorded to His Excellency Peter Obi, which we know we had more in the last election, and the millions of Nigerians who have suffered from bad governance and need to be engaged to join our movement. Our target to have nothing less than 100 million or 100 people in each polling unit. This will strengthen our presence and effectiveness. You will recall that according to Worldometer, Nigeria has 200 million people. Even according to the data that we had, it shows that Nigerians have 35 million people on the social media. Out of this particular number, only 25 million Nigerians voted at the last 2023 elections. That is to tell you there are millions of Nigerians who are undecided or who have not voted, even though the register of voters leads to about almost 100 million. We will leverage seriously on technology to authenticate members and identify those present in each polling unit by location, ensuring transparency and accountability. The 179,000 polling units across the 774 local government areas in 36 states of the Federation, if we leverage on the minimum number of 100 persons at each polling unit, what we end up having is that we'll have about 117 million Nigerians registered to work with us on the obedient movement. That is the scale of our ambition. Every strength we have must be dedicated to the polling units. The energy and resources we build will be channeled at the polling unit level. This is where the real impact is, and that is where the show is. As we work to build a formidable structure, it is essential to align with our female members and ensure they are included and carried along. Women are in the majority of the voters who can easily persuade others to join our cause. We need to put them in position of leadership, position that can showcase their capacity and capability to drive this process. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to deeply appreciate every one of you for your unwavering support, commitment, and dedication to this movement. Together, we are strong, and together we will build a Nigeria that works for all of us. Let us continue to push forward with passion and dedication, unity and purpose. May God continue to protect all of us as we take back Nigeria for the Nigerian people so that it can be a better nation for all of us. I thank you very much, most sincerely. God bless you all.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Tanko, you have gone to the polling booths already. My goodness, we're in for some roller coaster business in the new Nigeria movement. My goodness, thank you so much, Dr. Tanko, you were almost made ready for this, just from hearing you talk tonight. And what can I say? It's no surprise. I mean, when you touch base with any obedient anywhere in the world, there is this essence that we exude. If there is anything with the obedient, they cannot. They have hatred for bad governance. They have hatred for cheating. They have hatred for things that are not working. There is just something about the average obedient that just want to see something work. And I think that energy and that essence is one of the things that, makes us who we are as a people. And they're ever ready too. They open their mouth, you can see the vibrancy of the energy of essence. And with all the curve, you feel them from Lagos to Sokoto to Brenekebi, everywhere. What is it about you people that is just so restless until you see a new nation? I just pray you will not anyways. And this is the beauty of who we are as a people. One more time, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Tanko Yunusa. We're going to do this off the cuff. I'm just going to have 2 or 3 people just come up and just make some responses to this right now. Without any something, I think I can see from those, I can see.
Do you want me to bring them up?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start.
Just add some people, just randomly, let's just have some obedience. We just want to, without anything, just get some remarks. Not just keep it within 1-2 minutes each, just quick remarks on this before we let our principal in and then begin to take this to another level. What we have there? We have, I see, who have you brought up? Madam Bolande, do you have anybody there right now?
So I've got Peter Obi's MC.
Peter Obi's MC.
I know, right? Peter Obi, you're welcome. You have like 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. The mic is yours.
Is that me?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good evening. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, for the Okute One of Nigeria. You have indeed shown us, as you have said, ab initio, that you are never going to go away. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. I'm pretty sure that we are all happy, about your choice. Please make us proud. We will support you. My only contribution or suggestion I want to make is that please, as you go along, if it is possible for us to find a way to make sure that those that are going to be put into positions will not be sellouts. Madam Bolale can attest, like here in the UK, you must go through DBS. I'm sure Mr. Peter Obi knows as well. You must go through DBS check and all. If we can set up a mechanism that would help us check people who are coming in so that we won't have people who will become sellouts tomorrow. So that's just the only thing I have to say. But thank you so much, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you so much to Yunusa Tanko for accepting. Dr. Mo, Madam Bolale, you all have been wonderful. Thank you all so much. This new Nigeria that we yearn for must definitely come to pass, and it will come to pass in our time. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you so much for your submission. The next person, Anglet Paints Limited. You want to unmute your mic and speak, please? Angel.
Well, I don't know what's going on. It seems as if there's a bit of a network glitch. While that is being sorted, I'm sure you've heard all the things that have been said, and this is it. Let's start working. And I did see someone who made a remark and said that yes, while collation are being done, poly unit, we must also look at collation. These things are also being taken into consideration. Right now, there's a glitch. I don't know what's happening. You can see that they're trying to talk, but one can't hear them. So yeah, these are also things that will come up. And then the thing also is, please, as much as possible, there are going to be, links. There were links that were put out. If you have ideas, bring them forth. Nomination, bring them forth. We want to get the real people that will do the work. But let's go back to the space.
Organizers of this space, I want to thank you all for your time and your energy towards putting this space. And also, my fellow Nigerians, good evening, everybody, and let's have a wonderful space tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Rhoda, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk on this space. I greet Your Excellency Peter Obi. This is just to say we're in the right place. Thank you for giving some of us the platform to discover some hidden potentials in us. Some of us never believed there are good people out there, but working with obedience made me believe that there are actually good people, not just good in character, but in leadership and any kind of thing you can attribute anything good to. It's a pleasure and it's something I will do over and over again. All this is accredited to you, and I say thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this platform. Well done, Dr. Yunusa, Dr. Mommy Balande, Dr. Mo, and every one of you on this space. You have all made us see Nigeria from a different perspective, and with that, we believe a new Nigeria is indeed possible. Thank you. Let's have a fruitful deliberation. I yield.
Thank you so much, Rhoda. Shola, Honorable Shola, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please? 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for hosting this space. I think I missed the previous one, but I was able to listen to the recording. His Excellency, our principal, we really appreciate you for all that you do. In this country, we young people, we've looked at the political situation like something that is never hopeful. But because of you, through the campaign, through the election, you've given us hope, and you've made us believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. So thank you so much. The new development in the obedient movement is actually, it's long overdue. So this is a really great one. We need to buckle up and be ready for days, months, weeks, years to come, because we young people, we are so eager to see a working Nigeria. So thank you so much. We mount and we're ready to move. Thank you so much for this space. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission. Can I ask that if you haven't followed the Peter Obi, the PO Media Center handle, if you could please follow it. It's also on Facebook, Instagram, and it's even on TikTok. So if you look for it on there and follow us on all platforms, you will be hearing information about what's going on with the movement from this handle, so that you don't miss anything. Also, we have a hashtag for this evening. The hashtag for this evening is Active Citizens with PO. So if you have questions, because not everyone's going to be able to get the mic because it's a short space. So if you have any questions, you could ask them using that hashtag, and somebody in the team will get back to you with a response to it. So thank you. So let's keep on going. So I have Eme Logu Chukwuaka. If I butchered your name, I apologize. But if you want to unmute your mic and speak.
Okay. Good evening, Moembola. You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good evening, Dr. Mo. Good evening, Dr. Tanko. Good evening, Your Excellency, our father,
and our principal, His Excellency Mr. P2B. Is a privilege to be speaking with you, to give the platform to ordinary students like us, to talk to you, and really commend what you're doing. We've been waiting from University of Calabar, we see what you're doing, and we really love it, and we appreciate what you've been doing, giving us space and time. This is the second time speaking with you directly, and it's really a privilege and opportunity, and it makes us feel blessed and feel sense of inclusivity and development. Is a welcome development for the movement. We appreciate, and divided will not stand. Together we move. We move. We move. Thank you very much. And also, yes, let's see. I really appreciate if you can wish me a happy birthday. My birthday is next week. If you can really send me a birthday wish, thank you very much.
You better send me the date so I can follow it down.
9th of September, sir.
9th of September. You were born on the same day with my wife.
Yes, sir.
That one, I will remember that one.
Okay, sir.
Except I don't celebrate birthday, but I'm sure I'll tell her to say happy birthday to you because she's the one who is celebrating.
Okay, sir. Sir, if you can say wish to me now.
Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
and I'm
sir.
sure I'll remember that day.
Okay, sir.
That said, sir, while we're talking about birthdays, we have one of our mummies in the movement. Monica's health is wealth. It's her 60th birthday today. She's very active in the movement. If you can extend birthday wishes to her as well, please.
I wish, can I respect your request? Can I request that you send me her details and I'll follow it up immediately after this space?
Oh, yes, sir, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Dr. Mo, I'm handing back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. What a lucky child today. You're getting a double dose of celebration. And I recounted when we were in, what was that again? Was that the BWI? If you remember, just Okwe was his name. And he just walked up to me and said, it was kind of almost scared and said, please, is it possible for me to take a picture with you? I said, come on. And before you knew it, His Excellency was talking to him. And before you knew it, he said he was coming home to get married. And guess what? It took heaven and earth, but we attended his wedding. This is what you get from Mr. Peter Obi. As highly as it could be, he wants to touch base with the everyday people. That's just what you get, and we need to say these things for people to know. Everyday people, students, young people, children across board. Tonight, we're going to also have some of our, I'm going to let Alhaji Ibrahim Karim on this, and then we'll take a couple more people, and then we'll just move it from here. Alhaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mo. But that today we are just here for listening and taking people's assignment again to see what we can do, what they are pushing, give them the best of platform that they require. Let me quickly say thank you to our principal, who always give us a listening ear. Actually, I personally, coming from the north, from Sokoto, I can tell you I have never seen a humble, right-thinking politician like Mr. Peter Obi. I know I talk and I stay with a lot of politicians up here in the north, and even a commissioner, somebody that's just a commissioner, I know how high-headed they are, lack of respect for people, lack of even having the capacity to think about who they are and what's around them. And I thank God that I follow this decision of my life to be with Mr. Peter Obi, which show almost everything that I always think as a leader will have. And as a Muslim from the north, from the Quran that I have read, and I have seen the qualities, what Islam has said about who's, can assure you that most of the qualities I read, I saw them with Mr. Peter Obi, even though I know he's not a Muslim, but you can't even have them in some of the people I have up here in the north. I'm so elated, so happy. And I know a movement cannot move forward without a leadership. And I'm so happy to see Dr. Tanko being chosen to be part of the person that we are all of us going to pursue this structure that we really need for us to. And he announced that we are going to make almost 1 million. It's beyond 1 million. We need everybody from every angle. What the structure will help us is just simple. We just want to have one voice. We want to have one direction. We want to have one vision for our country. That vision, we all rally around it. Where we are from the south, we are from the north, we are from the east, from here, where we are living in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. One thing we are all common in, one thing that we're all common in, that we need a new Nigeria, a better Nigeria, a place of where the son of nobody can be somebody, a country that we are so much aware that is fully blessed to carry us to where we want to go to. And I can tell you, the North here really needs somebody of his caliber and his thinking, because the North is going and is sinking. If I tell you what is happening on a daily basis in the North, you shed tears for the northern part of this country. We really need each other. This division that they have created among us, Muslim, Christians, North, South, it's just for them to keep stealing. It's just for them to kill, malnourishing the whole society. They use religion to keep on ruling us. But this is what we have seen, and this is what we have seen on this movement. This is what I have seen. I'm so happy that I see talented people called obedient. We are responsible for even the small impact that we have seen today of stopping the dangers that we have seen coming to us, to all of us, more especially people in the up north in Nigeria here. But as we can see, we have checkmated these people on every platform. All the policies and the change of policies are because of the talking that we keep talking and disobedient people. If we successfully, under the leadership of Mr. Peter Obi, at the coordination of Tanko Yunusa, for us to have that voice, I'm telling you, not only winning election, but between now and that time, we will change dimension. We will change the thinking in the police. We change the thinking in the INEC. We change the thinking on the institutions that are going to partake in trying to create that new Nigeria of our dream. I'm so happy, so happy. Thank you, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you, this new family that I have gotten. At least today, I can bust my chest and say, I am now obedient, and I know I have a family, and I know I can do whatever I can to bring the new Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. At least we keep listening, and by special grace of God, we give everything. We give our life for this movement to be the savior of this country. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Alaji Ibrahim Abdulkarim. Let's quickly have, we'll take two responses now. Non-conformist is just have 2 minutes there, and Dark Horse, you follow in, and then we'll take it from there. Non-conformist, are you there? All right. I hope it's not my network right now.
I can't see him. Are you sure he's up here?
I don't know. Dark Horse, are you there? I think the network tonight has a way of just hiding people.
I can't see him either. But we have Solution on here. So while we're waiting, if Solution wants to unmute and speak. Solution, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you, My lady, Bobby Bolale, my mom, thank you very much. Dr. Mo, thank you for putting this together. Long time. My leader, my principal, my Oga, His Excellency Peter Obi, a great leader. They say light began light. You have brought good people together because you are good. And you're a leader. And leaders follows leaders. I'm happy to be part of you. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy. In fact, in Lagos, when you're in Lagos and we're to be, and we are in any place, everybody always say, Folution Peter.
I think there's a bit of network issue there. You know, sometimes when someone is doing something, the next thing you know, yeah.
Is it me? I can't hear him.
Yeah.
I can't hear him anymore. I think.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay, he's back. He's back
I
now.
said,
Felicia, you're gone again.
Continue. You've muted yourself. There you go.
is the network? I'm sure they are trying, some people are trying some stuff somewhere, but God will prevail. I was trying to thank my excellency for listening to the voice of everybody. At least, movement with no direction will not help us. But now there is a direction. And that direction, for someone to have a Dr. Tanko as the coordinator, I think that is a plus. Thank you very much, sir. And congratulations to my Egbon. I see the way you have worked tirelessly. In the last election, I belong to the same presidential committee with you in the PCC. And I see how you are moving from one place to the other. I remember when we were in Ibadan, you are there on time. You have put in very detailed human being. Thank you. God bless you. And then when you even had to come to Lagos, you still squeezed your time after doing everything during the election, and how you have done a whole lot for us. Thank you very much. And now, like I will quote my principal when I was talking to Dr. Ebele Jonathan there, when he was the governor, he said, we'll be behind you. We'll be right beside you. We will be everywhere you are. And that is what we're going to do with you. We will be with you. We will make sure that everything works with you and that this will work. It's a great movement that at the end of the day, what we will achieve will be seeing our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, at the helm of this affair from 2027. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for that. I want to see, I've been trying so much. Auntie Aisha Yusufu, Comrade Aisha Yusufu, the one and only. Are you here? Can you hear me?
No, I sent her the mic. She hasn't accepted it.
Oh, you see, I think tonight is very unique because I can see her.
Can you see her on speaker? I can't see her. She's not up here.
I can,
maybe that's.
Okay.
Self to serve. We don't take it lightly, and we believe in your capacity. If there is anyone who still believes in your ability, then that's me. So well, so much.
I actually just
and
want
I know
to.
You're going to do. So far that I stake my integrity.
I'm just lowering this to say I just want to listen. For me, I just think just to give room to more people to speak. So we're always meeting, we're also having conversations. So when it comes to public spaces, I just feel I shouldn't be speaking. Let other people have opportunity to speak. Usually, even when Peter Obi is on spaces, I usually don't even join. I just want people, because I know somehow if I'm there, I'll be called upon to keep talking, but I just want people to be able to talk because we're always meeting, we're always having conversation. So let people speak. But hey, I'll say one or two words here and then we'll get it over.
Thank you. Coming at you, we have been looking out for this. We have been looking out for a structure, a leadership where we can pour our structures in individually. Dr. Moore is aware that there are some big fishes that I cannot hold myself. I have big guys who are joining under my platform, but I will tell them openly, I cannot handle you guys. I have to push you up. But where will I push them? And it became, I'm beginning to offend Dr. Moore. I know how busy he is, but thank God we are having somewhere now. And I believe that in your capacity, you will immediately swing to action. You will immediately commence work, and we are going to have a major win. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this great and bold decision. And thank you to all the team who made this happen. God bless you all. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much, A.O. Yusuf. Gosh, so we've got Aisha up here, but we also have Ayo and Chief. We have Chief Ahmed. So perhaps, Aisha, you go first, and then the gentleman will come after you, if that's okay.
Thank you so much for having me. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to sit back and listen and just hear citizens speak. But since I've been called upon, I'll just quickly say that it's such a wonderful and amazing feeling just being here and listening to everyone. And in the last few days, with all the consultation that have gone up, meeting with citizens and seeing the passion that has come up from a lot of people, it just goes to say to every one of us, we're on the right path. We are doing the things that we need to do. What I would like to tell everyone here is the fact that nation building is never done in a day. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And there are so many things that are going to test us, that test our resolve. But we must understand that we must put it on hand that good must be more tenacious than evil. The people that have brought our country to where it is today, they didn't start in one day, they didn't do it in 6 months, neither did they do it in 7 months. Some of them spent over 3 decades working on what they did to bring us where we are. So please do not be tired. Do not feel as if you're giving up. And one of the things also that I would like to call on every one of us is that we must at every time look at the little wins and appreciate them. Let us not focus too much on the big wins. And if we don't get certain things, we try to give up. No, we can't. Giving up can never be an option. So let's look at those little wins and keep holding them on. There is something that Ibrahim said, and it was so beautiful, and I wrote it down. He said, one voice, one goal, one direction, one vision. That is all that should matter to us now. And I think I will say to every one of us, from this moment, the time for banter is over. The time of engaging anybody that is trying to derail our conversation is over. The time of listening to people, whether they're insulting us or whatever it is, it's over. This is the time to focus on one, to have one voice, to have one goal, to go in one direction and have one vision and continue to take it on until we get to that Nigeria that we all are yearning for, the Nigeria where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. This is the time. There is a question that constantly comes up, and people say, how do we tackle people that we have different motives, that we try to derail the movement? And there's one thing I always say to everyone: whatever anybody's motive is, it's none of our business. It is their business. What I want every one of us to take on board is to remember that on their watch, say to yourself, on my watch, nobody is going to derail us from our one voice, our one goal, our one direction, and our one vision. And we will focus on that, and we will birth a new Nigeria that is possible. And I'm glad we all have someone who has empathy above everything, who has integrity, who has character, who believes in the process, who is not desperate to be the president of Nigeria, but desperate to see Nigeria work. And I would say to Mr. Peter Obi, Thank you for giving Nigeria, giving them the opportunity, Nigerians, to see what leadership can be. You know, when they talk about servant leadership, leadership that's interested in the well-being of everyone, empathy in bringing citizens to be at the place that one is. So everyone, thank you so much. And I've loved to listen. And it's a joy listening to everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. I'm mindful of the fact, the reason why His Excellency is still here and we are still here is so that if you have any questions around the structure, building the structure, that you can ask us directly. I know we don't have a lot of time, but if you can speak to that, if you do get the mic, if not, the hashtag is there. Remember to send your questions that way and we will get back to you with an answer. So next, Ayo the tycoon, you've got the mic now. Do you want to speak?
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. So I'd like to appreciate His Excellency for joining us tonight. Like, it's a very, very big privilege. I've been following his space for a very, very long time, since parallel facts. Like, I'm not sure there is space that Obi has been in that I've missed. But I've always been not chanced to speak. So I want to first ask a question concerning the structure. When Mr. Tanko spoke now, he said something about we having 100 people from each polling unit. So the question is, the 100 people, are they to vote, or what exactly are the 100 people doing for each polling unit? Is it like 100 people, we want to raise 70 million votes, or what exactly are those people supposed to do? That's what I want to ask.
Dr. Tanko, do you want to answer that?
Yes, I can respond to it quickly. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
The target is actually to have both canvassers preparing our agents at the minimum level without waiting until the time for election, because most of them may not even know what to do at the polling unit. So we will develop a program of teaching, using them as canvassers. At the same time, we have statutory voters. If you look at the statistics which I put out, it's very clear that if you can get, because at each polling unit, you have maximum number of voters at 500 persons at each polling unit. So if you, as a candidate, can get, and most of the voting don't pass more than 200 or 300, or even sometimes the maximum, but sometimes you may even get 200. So if you get the majority of that, and this particular 100 is just our minimum goal as a group, but it can be higher. So if you have dedicated people as 100 in the polling unit, you can be rest assured that those ones can metamorphose into 200 or 100 as the case goes, as the situation goes on. So there will be our canvassers, there will be our posters agent, there will be our agent that will be prepared for election, there will be our defender, there will be everything that we need to have along that polling unit. So there will be our foot soldier at each of the 179,000 polling units, which will now give us an assurance so that anytime we can easily obtain our records, the voting pattern, the result sheet that we'll be able to present. By the time an election is completed, we on our own should be able to know whether we've won or we have lost. We on our own situation room. So those are the work that they will do. There will be canvassers, there will be agents, there will be everything that we need at that polling unit. So those are the work that they will do.
Thank you, Dr. Tanko. And I dare say that there's going to be sessions, many levels, layers of sessions of strategic engagement where some of the big stuff will be broken down into very minute details, and we're going to have that at all levels. Of course, we have a lot of people here who, by the time tonight is just, this big announcement, and I can assure you that there's so much that we're going to be learning, unlearning, relearning about Nigeria, about politics, about political parties. Just to say that our discussions here have nothing to do with political parties, because I also understand that a lot of people do not even understand the difference between the movement and political parties. We're going to have sessions where all of those things are going to be broken down to details. This is about the obedient movement. And with what Dr. Tanko has said, we're going to have sessions where they're going to be broken down. The other day, I just caught Comrade Aisha sharing some details about politics I never knew she had idea about. We're going to be having different sessions. I mean, we have people like Chief Peter Ame and other, we all, by the time the structure is done, and with now, when you listen to Dr. Tanko's remark, he already went to the grassroots, the polling board. It tells you the energy in the room that is going to be compartmentalized, that at the end of a short week, a month from here, because all the things we've received at the back end, the mentorship that Mr. Peter Obi is going to be doing, and all of that, including all the leaders and people here, you're going to have a new Nigeria at the end of the day when this is done, that are fearless, decisive, but more than anything else, very knowledgeable about what to do, where to go, and how to do things. And that's what is going to happen. One more time, I want to say a big thank you. I know that there are lots of requests that are here, but tonight is not that night. We've done some level of engagement, and there's already a team that is working to ensure that every detailing, every question, every hard knock, are going to be attended to. At this juncture, I'd like to quietly and humbly return back to our principal for a closing remark as we begin to wind this to a close tonight.
I'm so sorry. I was actually brought up to just give about 1 minute talk. Dr. Mo, please, can I have just 1 minute with my principal? Thank you.
1 minute.
Thank you. I'm raising up my hand now. My hand is pinging me. Good evening, Your Excellency. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. You were what?
Just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. I came online to see that now the obedient movement have got a structure. It's in fact, it's really, really a good thing for all of us. And I say thank you and congratulations to Dr. Yunusa. And I'm sure that with this structure we're going to have, obedient movement will not be in disarray. Obedient movement will be the biggest movement. And come 2027, right, we'll have APC, PDP to reckon with us. I'm really, really happy. Well, I requested this mic because I could hear when Dr. Yunusa was saying plans towards 2027. Well, I'd like to plead with Dr. Yunusa, and now that he is in charge of the obedient movement for now, that he should please make a election a priority and involve all obedience. I remember tweeting sometimes, I think yesterday, saying that we have got a lot of obedience in Edo State who are saying that they're not going to come out to vote. If we're saying anything that has to do with 2027 election, it would be nice for us to focus on the one that we can win, which is in 2024, that's the Edo election. So Dr. Yunusa, every obedience in Edo State to come out and vote. When you have low turnout, that's when we have our evil people do their magic. And just as you said, you've got plans for 2027 in terms of agents and all that. We have been doing that here in Edo State, but if we join hands and ensure that we have way more than agents, way more than volunteers for Edo elections, I'm sure those planning to rig us out, those planning to cut us will not happen. And your Our Excellency Peter Obi, we're aware that you'll be coming to Edo State for the 4 to 5 days. I'd like to say a very big thank you. And I would plead that you should please tell the voters to please come out, because they've actually lost hope. When you converse with them or you talk with them, they tell you, oh, they did this to Peter Obi, and it still hurts us. Will they allow this happen? And will they allow us to win this election? And I tell them they shouldn't give up. But I would like that they hear from you. So when you're in Edo State, please, you just need to tell them that they shouldn't give up. They shouldn't stay at home. And they should please come out and vote. The more we have our people on street, the more difficult it is for them to rig us out. Once again, I say thank you.
Oh, yes,
And Dr. Mo, thank you for giving me one more. Yes, I'm really wrapping now. It's over. Yeah, it's done. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Your Excellency, I know you have to leave, but Chief Ahmed's up here. Because he's already here. If you don't mind, Chief Ahmed, can you do it quickly in 2 minutes?
Yes, I can. Excellency, good evening, sir. For me, I just want to congratulate my friend and brother, Dr. Tanko, who've come a long way. And for us, we struggle on how to make sure the political party, works. But it never did until our principal, Mr. Peter B, brought his magic touch to the system. I must really commend, if you look at the history of what I and Tanko have done over the years, especially with the Interparty Advisory Council, to populate and then give popularity, give a major opposition voice to the political party that never worked. I think it was because we couldn't get the right candidate to be able to drive that process. But now that somebody came up and this whole process was driven to a point that the election was won and stolen, I think we must all commend all the obedient Nigerians who came behind that. But for Dr. Tanko, I have no doubt that after many years of working together with you, that you'll be able to drive this process, and we'll continue to be there to offer you all necessary advice so that you'll be successful at all these positions that have been given to you. But my advice is that a lot of obedience must know that it's very critical that they put themselves up for election. Because in every of the senatorial candidate constituency, federal constituency, and state constituency, they're very critical for us to continue to field election across board, and it's very critical for us to drive all the vote to the ballot. I thank everybody for the commitment to this struggle for a better Nigeria, and the person who is driving this, who is risking everything for this purpose, because I know how difficult it is to run an opposition in this country. Because those who have power have it and maximally use it to the extreme, and anybody who has put himself up, his business, his life up for such sacrifice, we must continue to commend such people. For our principal, one thing I know is that one of the things that our government even need at first is cost cutting. And our government are living a very luxurious life. And the reason why things are so difficult, they're not focusing on the people. I know if you get this opportunity that you're deprived of because of those who are desperate for power, I believe by 2027 when we get this opportunity, we'll be able to set Nigeria right. And I believe in the commitment of our people with what we've done in the past, that we'll build up when it comes to 2027. Dr. Tanko, congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Your Excellency, I'm handing back over to you to give us your final remarks before you leave. Again, thank you for being here today. And please, because people have asked whether or not your normal media chats are going to happen, I've reassured them many times that yes, it will happen soon, but we're just waiting on a date from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bolanle. Thank you, Bolanle, for always being that mother and caring elder sister, younger sister, everything. Thank you very much. And thanks once again. I wish mine is gratitude. Gratitude to all of you for your sacrifice for our dear country. It is not about me, it's not about you. It's about for your love of our country. And I wish we can continue in this direction. And gratitude for those of you who are involved with the engagement, consultation, everything. You could see what it means to be democratic. You could see what it means to be building a new society. Nobody imposed Tanko on you. You had a chance. Even when people spoke to me while this process was going on, while this space was going on, some people called, wanted to speak to me and said, oh, this is I still commend that, oh, it's good that it's this person. So it wasn't a selection where we say, oh, it's because it's from Peter B's local government, or because it's this. I met Tanko for the first time during this election. All throughout my days of being governor and being everything, I've never come across Tanko in my life. I met him, so I would say he's somebody I knew less than 2 years ago, about 2 years ago. And today, I'm happy that he's emerged as a national coordinator and will be able to do this. And I don't know his local government, I don't know his state, I've never been to his house. So this is the way things should be done. The people are selected based on the fact that people believe he can do this work. And look at speaker after speaker said, for his competence, for his this, for his this, for his... Like every other human being will have shortcomings. And I'll show you, you have some. I thank you, Peter Ahmed. You are, again, somebody I continue to thank because some of you have opportunity of joining the big parties and continue the sharing and the plundering of Nigeria. But decided to stay and join us in this thankless, no shishi business. Thank you all of you who are staying on and urge you. We are all going to be part of this history. In our time, things change in Nigeria. Tanko, the work starts now. Here's somebody telling you about Edo. We're going to go to Edo. I always said we must come out and do our best. I saw the person who spoke about Edo, and we're going to be there, and we will try to do whatever is possible to ensure that we're successful. I will continue that in other areas and everything as support in building this better country we all wish. Thank you, and good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. And this our meeting will be, I'm sure, will be often. I'm sure you I'll be available always. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone who joined. I'm afraid we can't take any more speakers. His Excellency has to leave because he has a meeting to attend. What I would ask that you do is continue to look out for information around this. Have an opportunity to take part. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to put out a Dropbox where you can continue to give us your views or any ideas that you have that you feel you need to share with the team. But as Pio said, Dr. Tanko, now the work begins. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Until the next time. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here. You saw that the space has ended, and that's it. Yes, that's it. The conversation has started, and this is just the beginning. And there's so much that we need to do. And as long as we continue, we will have to come to a place where we are all learning. This whole business of politics, governance, democracy, election is one that a lot of us don't have the experience that some people have, and it's a good thing. It's better not to have experience than to have bad experience that is not used for the common good. Anything that is not used for the common good, I can tell you it is not worth it at all. And so it's a good thing now that we have this, and what we'll start to do is there'll be series of meetings, there'll be series of learnings, there'll be series of requests for nomination. Of course, I saw some of the concerns that people had raised. Indeed, round holes will be put in, round pegs rather will be put in round holes, and square pegs will be put in square holes to ensure that people fit where they can competently work. Our best foot will always be brought forward. This is not the time for sentiment. This is not the time for people seeking visibility. It doesn't matter who does the work. What matters is that the work should be done and should be done very well. If at the end of the day some people hold back and refuse to give certain things because they think, oh, they don't have visibility, or some people will insist that they are the ones who are in certain position or certain places because they have access, and deny the people who have the capacity to be able to do better be in place, at the end of the day, where there's any collective, where there's any loss, it's going to be our collective loss. So it's better for us to work towards one common goal. And I love the way Ibrahim put it: one voice, one goal, one direction, one vision. And so that's the mentality that we should all take. For those people who are concerned about whether anybody that will come, whether a PDP, APC people that will try to come and say they are repentant and this and try to sabotage it, just always make sure that on your watch nobody can do any sabotaging. I will focus on that one goal that we have, going through that one direction that we have. And I think also in the issue of thoroughly investigating people who are going to run for office, that is something that has to be a compulsory for us all to do, for people who would want to run for office. This is a whole lot of things. This time, last 2023 election, Peter Obi ran alone. As we go on, there will not be any, he won't be running alone. He'll be running with hundreds of others who will always also be vying for those positions. So there are so many positions to fill. We need people at the National Assembly. We need people at the State Houses of Assembly. We have gubernatorial seats also that need competent people in there. And so these are things that we all we continue to do. And so I must say to everyone, thank you so much for joining me. And as we go on, we'll continue to have the conversation. Please, where contributions are asked for in terms of your ideas, your documents, please contribute to the conversation. Please, where they ask for nomination, do. Where they ask you to, just register to show you're part of the movement. It's something that we all need to do, because we are more powerful when we know each other. We are more powerful in our numbers rather than in our individual capacity. So thank you so much for joining today. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure listening to that space and also talking with you here. Bye bye, everyone.